Well, here's the start of day 15. This is the coldest day it's been yet, but all I want to get done today is build this tall wall. I had to wait a little bit because this guy's backfilling. The Bobcat's finally here to backfill this. So I think he's still working in here, but I can get all the pieces cut for this wall. A lot of you have been guessing how I'm going to do this. A lot of you are saying to build it up on the second floor and then slide it down. Some of you are saying to build it in place. Well, I could slide it down, but this is so close to this house and I'm holding it by myself, it'll probably just fall out and smash into this house. And if I build it in place, standing right up, well then when I put all my sheets on, I'm gonna have to build all kinds of scaffold up the side to try and put the sheets on. So I'm gonna kind of build it in place, but build it in place leaning up against this floor. So I'm gonna nail the bottom plate down on an angle and then put the studs in one by one, leaning them up there, nailing down to the bottom, and then I'll go up top and nail the top plate on. And then it'll be leaning up on an angle so I can then put my sheets on it and it'll be like sheeting a really steep roof. But it'll be easier than sheeting a wall because I'll be able to just put the sheets down and they'll stay there while I can nail them. So that's the goal for today. So I know you guys are all wondering if I put that post in or not. They still haven't poured that pad, so this is the only post that's still not in. But that beam is a huge beam. It's almost just as strong as the post. There's no way that's going anywhere. And it's not like the weight of the whole entire house is sitting right there. This is only taking a little bit of the weight of the floor here. It's just so the floor doesn't sag over the next 100 years. And that's after the weight of everything else goes into the house and you have a big party and you have 20 people jumping around up there. That's what that post is meant to be there for. Right now there's almost nothing on it. I could literally take that post right out right now and it might sag a little bit, but it wouldn't, the whole house wouldn't just collapse. Okay, the guy's finally out of here, even though he's not really done, but he left, so I'll get started on this. So I can finally get started. It's already 1 o'clock. I'm only gonna have about 4 hours of daylight left. So the 22 foot 4 3/4 is the height of the wall, but then I need to take 4.5 off for the plates, 1.5 for the bottom plate, 3 inches for the 2 top plates, and that gives me 22 foot 1/4 inch. So that's what my studs are gonna be cut at. So the height of all these studs is going to be the 22 foot 1/4 inch, but this part it needs to take a step up. So these studs are going to be 14 3/4 inches shorter than the 22 foot 1/4 inch mark. So here are my studs. They're going to go every 8 inches. This is an 8-inch center wall, not 16s. Every 8 inches I need one of these 22 foot LVL studs. So that's going to be one heavy wall. So I got my wall cut and laid out here, 8-inch centers. The top plate I'm gonna leave as 1, it's 15 8.5. But the bottom plate, since it takes that step up, I have to split it. So this is gonna go here, and then this one will sit the 14 3/4 inches lower. So the taller studs will be here. So this plate's gonna sit here, then this shorter one's gonna sit up here. Those are gonna be the 2 bottom plates. Now I wanted to nail it down to this line and tip it up and build it like this, but since it's so steep, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get my nail gun in there because it's probably gonna end up sitting like that. So I'm gonna have to tack it like this, so it's just sitting on there. And then once I have it, all the studs nailed, I'll have to put my wall jacks under here, pull the nails out, and then push it over with the wall jacks back to the line, and then I'll nail it down on the line. So now I'll start grabbing some studs and shooting them up there. There's the first 4. I'll cut another 4 and just keep doing that 4 at a time. And there's 8 of them in there. If you're wondering how long this is actually taking me, each one of these 4 stud videos is coming out to 4 minutes. So it's about 1 minute per stud. Well, they actually didn't give me enough of these LVL studs. I'm missing 4 of them, so I'm gonna have to leave a couple of spaces out for now. And then here where it takes this step up, I have to nail 2 studs together like this with that a difference there, so that it will take the step up here. So I'll nail those together, and I'm just hoping I can get it up there, because these are pretty heavy when they're just one. I gotta nail these 2 together. I got these 2 nailed together. They're flush up at the top, and then it's 14 3/4 minus 1.5 inches or plus 1.5 inches, so it's 16 1/4 shorter than that. I can take this bottom plate, put it on here. Well, that's all the studs I have in there. Now I'll go up on the top and put the top plate on. Now I'll just put my top plate up there, get that nailed off. So I have this stick nailed on here so that the top can't move. That's holding the top good where it needs to be. I also have to put 2 rows of blocking in the whole thing because the wall is 22 feet tall, so I pretty much need blocking every 8 feet. So I'll put 2 rows of blocking in it. While it's leaning here right now, I can put the first row in because it'll be easy right here. And then I'll probably put the second row in after it's standing. It'll be easy because the stairs will the stairs will be in there. But I'm gonna do the blocking right now, and then I might just sheet this in the morning. It's gonna be dark here pretty soon. But that's a big wall, so I'll just finish the blocking and then it's time for a beer.